Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Champagne here with you, and we're back once again in the wonderful world of Storekeeper, where we have been going pretty good here in our facility, in our warehouse, for the past couple of episodes. And one of the things that people very nicely pointed out to me, and I always forget about this because of living in the States, we apparently have a bunch of stuff in our fridges that doesn't need to be there because there's a bunch of dairy that's apparently, yeah, all I've got all this dairy that I have on in my fridge that I do not have to have in my fridge because it can be stored in a dry place, and I'm just not used to that. Oh, my head's in the way, so let me move my head up there. I always forget about that. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff that I've got to get out of the fridge, and that's going to like give me a lot of space in my fridges because there's a lot of stuff that I don't need to have there. So we're gonna take a whole bunch of this milk that I've got that's in a fridge and put it up on the shelves because I don't need to have it in a fridge because this is all shelf stable milk. And again, I am just not used to that being a thing. So that's why I was having such a problem with that. The yogurt needs to stay there. The milk, okay, so this can even go out onto a fridge. So yeah, I've got tons of stuff sitting in the fridge that absolutely does not need to be in the fridge. The cheese needs to be refrigerated. This milk does not need to be refrigerated, so that's going to go there. Yeah, I again, thank you everyone for pointing that out. I don't know why. Well, I know why, and again, it's because I'm just so used to milk always being in a fridge, and I'm aware of such a thing as shelf stable milk because we dealt with it when we were playing Supermarket Simulator. We had all the milk six packs that were there, and it's like, yeah, that all goes on the shelf. But it's a hard thing to it's a hard concept to wrap my head around. But yeah, now this is going to give us a heck of a lot of space on our shelves or in our fridges, and that's really good because the fridges are a lot more expensive than the shelves are. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get all this out of here. The kefir needs to be refrigerated, so that stays in the fridge. That needs to stay in the fridge. So everything now that needs to be in a fridge is in a fridge. Everything that does not need to be in a fridge is no longer in a fridge. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this entire shelf and I'm going to leave it just for our dairy products. So I'm going to take all of my other stuff here, all my breads, and I'm just going to set them on the floor because that's considered a dry place and that's all I need to know. So we're going to just take these. I'm going to set them right here next to this. Rotate that just like that, and then just put all these here, put all the like kind stuff together. So these are all of our breads, and then that's my partial there, and then these are all of my bread rolls. So now I got plenty of space for getting additional dairy products, and I got plenty of fridge space. It's all good. We're in a real good position here. So, with that all being said, we're now going to get into another day here. We're going to see what kind of orders we have available, going to see what kind of shipments we have available, and just kind of go through the entire process here. See if we can get ourselves closer to level 10 with everything that's going on. So, the things that we have, and eventually we're going to pay back Andy. I don't know when, but at some point we will. All right, so there's 216, 193. 54, 449. That's pretty good. 788. That is really good. So we're going to definitely do that one for sure. 574 and 209. So 788. We're going to absolutely do this one. Let's go ahead and deliver this. And then we're going to grab our clipboard and see what we need to get. Now, as confirmed by the developer, when you hire a loader, the loader will send exactly the right amount to the place where you're sending it to the store. But we have to get the loader first, and we're still like 5 levels away from getting the loader. So the best we can do right now is either go a little bit over or a little bit short, and that's about all we can do with that. So we're going to go ahead, just take this out. We're going to see what we've got in each of our different things. So we've only got one set of apples, so that's going to be the only thing that can go on the truck because that's all we've got. And I should might as well just go run this out by itself. So this is just going to go on the truck because that's all we can send. We only have that one group of apples. We're going to grab our carrots. I'm going to weigh these. So we need, let's see, 3.06 kilos of carrots. So if we take a look at these, how much do we have in each of these? Let's take a look again. So click that to turn that on, or E to turn that on. That is 3.06. So that's what we want, because there's a kilo for the crate that they're in. The onions, we need 7.84. So let's see what we got there. So that's going to be 8.12. That'll be good enough. We're going to be a little bit over. And then if we take a look at our potatoes, they want 5.49. So we need something that's 6.49. How's that one looking? That's right on. So we're just going to go with that. So you're going to get a little bit extra in the way of onions. Everything else is in pretty good shape. And I can go with that. I feel pretty good about where we are there. So let's go ahead, send that shipment off. Oh, again, a little bit heavy on onions, but aside from that, not too bad. So management completes. We'll see what they say. Quantity and quality are just right. Yeah, it's because we sent them a little bit more instead of a little bit less, so they'll be happy about getting a little bit more. They generally will not complain about that. Now, the ones that we do not have, that's 193 for that, 435 for that, 810 for that. So we definitely want to get that one. And then 836 for that. Oh, so what are we missing there? We've got onions, we've got carrots. We don't have the cheese. So let's get both of those trucks then, I guess. We'll get the dairy truck, we'll get the produce truck, and we're going to see what that's going to do for us. So let's go to our trucks, our shipments. So we're going to do the dairy truck first. $1,000 worth of stuff on this truck. Holy cow, there's a lot of stuff here. And we're going to see exactly what's going to be waiting for us now. So dessert, milky, cheese lunch, milk luxury. Fancy. All right, luxury milk now coming at us. We'll see if this is going to help us out. I don't think it's going to help us out because I think they wanted a different kind of cheese. So I don't know if this is going to get us what we want in terms of doing that one order. It may not. Right, there's 10 milk dessert here. Another 10 milk dessert there, so that's 20. So we'll go here. Milk dessert is 20. Note, done. Then we've got milky, 10 of those. Going to rotate that. We've got another 10 of those. Rotate. So 20 milkies. Done. Again, going on a shelf. Milk luxury. Very, very snooty. We got 10 of these. And then will that fit? It will. Cool. I can actually get that in there. And then there we've only got one. So we came up way short on that one. Way, way short. So yeah, we got 11 on that. I don't know what happened there, but someone really botched on their count. And then we've got the cheese. The lunch cheese. 35. That can sit right on top. That is not 35, so we're going to take that, set that there for now. This is 35, so we got 70. And then this is 19, so we have 89 of that. Let's go here. One up. 89. Nope. Done. Close this out. We're going to set this right about here. Get that truck sent off. So off you go. Shipments complete. All of the quantities were correct, so that is good. No losses because we actually counted properly. And we'll also go ahead then and we will get the shipment, our veggie shipment, for $1,000. Oh my gosh. Lots of stuff on here. Again. So let's see what we have in here. What's it going to be? Cucumbers, cabbages, and pumpkins. It's amazing the variety of stuff that you get in this game. So cucumbers, cabbages, pumpkins. Let's go with that. Again, it's not going to help me with the shipments that we've got right now, but it will at least get us something. And we're now going to have to take this stuff and figure out where we want to set all of it. So, I mean, we got tons of space, so that's not a problem. We're going to set the partial one on the bottom here. So, because they're going to want full ones first. So let's take that, set that there, then set that right on top of it. I might be able to get the third one right on top of both of those. Yeah, that will fit. That's great. And then again, these do not need to go on a in the fridge. That's the luxury. Here's more of the milky. Will that fit there? Will it? No. So we'll just put that there. Or no, that's the dessert. So and then the milky we'll just throw down there. All right. So there's milky. There's milky. Such milky milk. Um, more dessert and more luxury. Cool. There's all that. So everything there is put away. Now let's go ahead and get all of our veggies. See what we've got here. So here's our pumpkins. Lots of pumpkins. 7.44 and so 9.73 in pumpkins. We're way short on pumpkins. So note. Yeah, we'll take these, throw them into here. Next up, we've got our cucumbers. So how are we doing on cukes? What do we got there? I've got 10.37 on cucumbers. That's exactly what we said we've got. So 10.37. Done. We'll stack those up there. Just like that, and then we'll go run this in because the other stuff's not going to get in there all that easily. And we'll put this in groups on the floor as well. All right. And the pumpkins, I should have... Oh, yeah, I do have a little bit of space there. That's all set. And then we'll run back out here, stuck on probably the paint container. Let's go ahead and get this, our cabbages. Get all those weighed. We got 7.58 kilos of cabbage. So a little bit short, not too much. All good there. Throw those into the cart. And get that all set up. So we got our wall of produce slowly gathering right here. Just like that. Excellent. We can go ahead and send this truck off because this shipment is now done. So shipments complete. All the counts successful. No losses, which is good. And again, I unfortunately don't think that that's going to help us with those extra orders that we had. No, it did not. So we've still only got these for 216, 449, 54, and 209. So we're going to go with this one, the Kefir 9 and the Pinky Ice Cream 4. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me grab that, even though I don't think I need it, because I think it's, Kefir dessert. And I wasn't sure if we had any others. No, all we have in the kefir is the dessert anymore, because the dessert has the blue lids. And then we need the ice cream. That is the 3. So I'm going to just set that down there. And then here is the 4. And we'll put that there. Close that up, even though I don't know if we need to, but I'm going to do it anyway just to make sure. Drop that right there. And we will be good to go. So that's everything we need for this shipment. And that will also be everything that we can do today. So close doors. Go ahead and get this shipment sent away. And then we will get into another day once we take care of all of our tax stocks. So management complete. Everyone's happy. Moomart loves us. Again, they're a big fan of what we do here for us. We're almost up to level 7. Again, be really good to get up to level 10 so we could get the loader. I would be all about that. Now we got to escape out of here and go take care of our tax stocks because they won't let us sign out before we do. Lots of taxes today because we had 2 big trucks. So get that all done. Good there. And now we will clock out, get into another day. I forgot what day we're on. Let's see. What day are we on? Getting into day 12 here. Coming up. Day 12. Warehouse is open for your convenience. Here we go. So first thing, as always, we're going to go in here, see what our daily orders are. See what we've got. So management, we got 5 that are available. 155, 797 for onions and pumpkins. That feels like a winner. 155, 410, and 357 and a half. So we're going to definitely do this one, which is going to be our onions and our pumpkins. And it's going to be one of each. I think we only have one thing of onions left, so that's just going to be whatever we've got in terms of onions. And then we got to check our pumpkins out. And the pumpkins, I believe, is going to be our one that's completely full. So yeah, it doesn't even matter what those weigh because we're just sending what we've got. And then how much do they want in pumpkins? 6.56, so I think that's going to be the full one. It would seem to make sense that it'd be the full one. We'll go ahead and weigh it anyway just to make sure. So let's throw that on there. Yeah, so we'll be a little bit short, but I think they'll be okay with us being a little bit short. Or they'll just knock the price down of what we sent them. Or they'll knock our payment down. It could just end up going like that. So management completes. See what they say. Yeah, some products were missing. We were a little bit short on pumpkins, and the payment will reflect that. That's okay. That's no big deal. They send us a little bit less in terms of cash. Not a problem there. And then we also have, so what are the other ones that we cannot do? 516, 350, 1359. Okay, so again, we're going to see if we're going to get something that has all that on there. I don't know if we will or not, but we're going to check. So let's go back. And then 948 and 597. So yeah, we're going to see, definitely going to take care of the shipment of produce. 1494 on there. Let's hope that it's got some good stuff. So what do we got coming today? No. Carrots, chili peppers, and peaches. We, again, keep on getting more and more new stuff every time. So the variety just keeps increasing in terms of what we get. That is kind of cool. But I really wanted some potatoes, darn it. That's all I wanted was some potatoes. So let's see. Carrots. We're going to have how much? Let's take a look. 1224. So 924 because we got 3 crates of them. So that's right. And then we'll throw those in there. Okay. Next up, what do we got? We got 2 of the peaches, also stored in a dry place. We got 3.15 of peaches. That's perfect. Good there. Notes. And we'll again go in and, can I get all that? Yeah, let's throw this in first. Set all this down. Got our peaches, which we'll throw right over here. That'll work. And I love the fact that those stack like that. And then carrots. All set. And then we've got our chili peppers. Red hot. Under the bridge. So there's those. That's a lot of chili peppers, man. Wow, that's a lot of chili peppers. 15.21 kilos of chili peppers. Man, almost 33 pounds of chili peppers? Holy cow. I mean, that chili peppers are normally quite small, and I didn't think that they weighed a whole lot. In this case, they do. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. And I believe we typed everything in. We did, so we can go ahead and take care of that shipment. Let's get that one sent off. So shipments complete. Everything matches. So we've had 10 perfect deliveries. How about that? Look at us go. But again, unfortunately, that did not help us with our orders. So we've still only got these 4. 155, 155, 358, and 410. So 10 milk luxury for 410. That's going to be the one that we do because that's going to give us the best bang for our buck. So let's do that. 1 milk luxury, it's that one that has 10 in it. Drop that right on there. And simple as that, our day comes to a close, and we are eventually going to have to do something about all of our bread here. because we've got a lot of bread and we need to really start getting some of that sent off. I don't know how long it'll be before it finally goes bad, but we might eventually find out because we've got some that I feel has been here since the very beginning at this point. But that is complete. City Hall. Wow, we sent stuff right to City Hall. How about that? Of course, they would want luxury milk. I mean, duh. Why wouldn't they? So, all set there. Our 2 trucks are gone. Nothing else we can do there. We're almost to level 8 at this point. Take care of our tax documents. We filled out 10 tax invoices. Paper cuts incoming, according to the achievement there. And that's, again, all we can do. Everything that can be put away has been put away. We're slowly getting more and more stuff in here. We just got to start getting some good mixes of things so we can start paying Andy back, because we're getting further and further away each day from being able to pay him. So let's see what we're going to have today in terms of some shipments. We've got to have something that's going to be good. Only 4. 163, 209, 333. Man, they're making it hard on us. And what are these? 410, 410, 629, 410, 1791. And the trouble I have right now is I don't even have the money to get the truck. I'm sure I don't, because how much is the truck going to be? So 410. How much are each of the trucks going to be? So if we go here to the shipments, yeah, 987. So I can't do that. And 1755. I can't even take care of either of these shipments. So the only thing I can really do would be to see again what I've got here. So what are the ones that we can do? 163. We can't do that. 209 for the bread. I mean, I guess I'm going to, yeah, it was these 4. So 333 and 155. So I guess I'm going to have to do these and not receive a truck today, because I'm not going to have the cash. We keep on going further and further behind every day that we actually bring in a shipment, because we can't send the stuff out when we bring it in. So we'll do this 4 milk dessert and 9 butter dessert. I believe we have all that. So 9 butter dessert, that is in the freezer, because the butter goes in the freezer here. So butter dessert, there is that, 9 of 9. And then 4 milk dessert 1 liters are these. So that's all set, stored in a dry place. Oh shoot! I left my chili peppers sitting outside. Thankfully, no one in town decided that they wanted like 8+ kilos of chili peppers. That was very nice of them. So we'll set that there. It's fine. They're just sitting out on the scale all night. It's not to worry. It's all good. Nothing to fear. This will go in here just like that. Close, close. Drop this off. Go run over to our computer. Take care of that shipment. So management, that is complete. Moomart is once again happy. And then the other one that we can do is, 163, 209, 155. So we'll do this one for 209, which will actually get rid of some of our bread. So that's good. And 10 of our bread rolls. So 12 bread, 10 bread rolls. Let's go ahead and do that. This is the one that only has 10 bread. So that's going to just keep on sitting there. 12 bread. I'll just go run this out one at a time. With where the cart was, it'll be almost just as fast to do it like this. And 10 bread rolls. Actually, finally getting rid of some of our bread. Close that up. And send that away. So here we go. Management complete. Quantity and quality are just right. Again, back up to $1,200. So I'm really hoping that tomorrow we're going to have a good day of orders that we can take care of. I really hope so. I do want to take one more quick look at the businesses and see if there's anything that I can do here that I'm missing. So no, this is all, everything here opens up at level 10. I just want to make sure everything here opens up at level 10, and we can't even rent this until level 20. 15 and 10, 10 and 30, 10 and 50, and then here. So the employees all open up at level 10 is what I'm seeing. So we got to get ourselves to level 10. That's the big thing. All right, so we go ahead, sign out, get into our next day here. Again, hoping that we have some good shipments that we can, there's some good orders that we can fulfill. What do we got? We got 4 again. So that's not great, but it's something. So what do we got? 209, 317, 961. All right, that's good. And then 797. So we've got 2 really good ones here. So let's start with this one, 962 for carrots, cabbages, peaches. We'll get that one going. Let's grab my clipboard so I can remember what we got here. So carrots, and this is the unfortunate part because I have 4 things of carrots. So we got to find one that's got pretty close to the weight that we want. So how about you? You're perfect. I feel like a lot of the carrots are in 4.06 kilo crates. Cabbage 4.08. How about you? Are you 4.08 by any chance? You are. That's excellent. And then peaches 1.65. And we've got 2 different things of peaches. So how much are you? Let's see. That's going to be a little short, but I think that'll be all right. I'm not going to worry about it. So they'll deduct a little bit from our total because we were a little bit short, but I think they'll be all right with it. I hope they'll be all right with it. So management complete. Go ahead, take a look. Yeah, we're a little bit short, but the payment will reflect it. Not a problem. And then this one for $7.97, which is going to be more kefir, more of our bread, and then some of our cucumbers. So let's take care of that, which again, we've got to get rid of our bread. We've had that bread since like the very beginning here. So it'll be good to finally get rid of even more of it. Still fresh. I don't know what that bread is made of, but it is still somehow fresh. The kefir, I didn't grab the clipboard, but I'm almost positive that's what they wanted. The kefir dessert, should have grabbed this just to make sure. Yeah, kefir dessert 9, and then cucumbers 5.44 kilos. So we'll run this out, and then I'll grab one of my cucumbers and see if we grab one that's close to 5.44. Hopefully we will. So let's just grab this first one here. And again, just hoping that it's going to be the right weight. Or close enough. Let's see. What do we got there? Oh, it's a little short. Yeah, do I want to check the other one real quick? I guess I'll check the other one real quick. So let's go ahead, drop that there. See how much this is going to be. Oh, that's even shorter. I should have just stuck with the one I had. And again, I really wish that it had the quantities on there. But again, once you get the loader, you don't have to worry about it. So it will not be an issue once you have the loader. We just got to get up to that point. So that one will be a little bit short. Not too bad, though. Let's go ahead and we're going to go once again. Complete. Yeah, a few products missing. Not too much. And now we got $3,000. So at this point, we might as well go ahead, get another shipment, because that'll get us up to level 9 if we get another shipment in here. So let's go here. What do we got? $1,000 in produce. Produce is the big money maker, is what I have found. So let's go here. What do we got on here? Apple, broccolis. Broccolis? What? Apples, broccoli, red bell peppers, and oranges. Or peepers, as the case may be there. I'm going to need more. We're going to start going around that corner there with all of our produce. That's what I'm seeing here. So apples, we've got 2 of those. How many apples we got? 16.34, so 14.34. They're each 8.17. And again, I wish I could like somehow note that on these things here. And again, I know when we have the loader, it won't matter. So I need to just stop complaining about that. All right. There's my bell peppers. 3.15. Noted. And again, I'll go run all this in right now just because I'm going to run out of space otherwise in the cart. Bell peppers, I have none of those. This is my first round of bell peppers. And then I don't think I have any more apples. No, I don't. So we're going to just start going this way. Round the corner with all of our produce. And then what do we got here? We've got more. Oh, yeah, oranges. So this is our first time with oranges. 7.32. Right on. And broccoli, as opposed to broccolis, which is not a thing. 7.44 of broccoli. That's all set. So just continue going around the corner here with more and more stuff. Oh, and I got to grab the broccoli off of the scale. Don't want to have broccoli sitting outside all night. I mean, it would have a problem, but still don't want to do it. Good there. And then we will get that shipment sent away, complete. All the numbers are successful. No losses, which is wonderful. And then, I mean, I could do the other one here. 17. Oh, no, I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I've got that much money. Let's see. If we go to management. Ooh, man. Again, that would be almost all my cash. I don't think I want to do that. So I'm going to hold off because that would be almost all my money. So we're not going to do that because I don't want to be down to having no cash and not having any good orders to send out. So we'll just leave it for now. Get into day 15. Yeah, 15 coming up. Almost level 9. And everything still seems fine, which is all I need. So what do we got? Let's take a look. Only 2 things. So 209, 333. Not a great day. So we're going to, let's take a look at our shipments, see what we got in our shipments. 1686, 404, 1755. Man, that's a lot. I'm just going to go with the 2 that we got because, again, I don't want to run myself that low on cash. So we're just going to go with what we got. Milk dessert, butter dessert. Go ahead, complete that. No. Can't send out an empty truck. I hit the wrong thing. So milk dessert, butter dessert. We only have 1 butter left. And then that is gone. We got plenty of milk dessert left. That's not a problem. And then we've only got the 1 other order, which again is more bread, so that's not bad because we just get even more of our bread out of here. And then hope tomorrow that we've got some better shipments. I keep saying that every day, and every day I feel like it doesn't happen. So complete. Quality just right. Level 9. So yeah, we're getting real close to level 10. I really want to get that loader. So 10 bread rolls, 12 bread. Let's go ahead and take care of that. So there's our 12 bread. 10 bread rolls. Another $200. We have such inefficient trucks. It makes me feel bad every time we send out a truck with that little amount of product on there. And it's like, man, I wish we were sending out more, but we're not. We'll maybe eventually get there. Maybe one of these days, maybe we'll have some efficient trucks. That's all we can hope for. All right, that's all we can do. Again, I could get one of these shipments. Oh, do I want to? I mean, that would leave me with like $800. Let's go ahead. Let's get the produce one, I guess, because that's going to be good stuff. So shipments, produce. Let's go ahead and do that. It's for 1686. What is on here? We've got a whole bunch of stuff: broccoli, potatoes, finally potatoes, cucumber, garlic, and mangoes. It's just, yeah, we're gonna have like just a whole smorgasbord of produce around here by the time it's all said and done. Okay, so let's see. There's more broccoli. How much we got there? 7.49, so it's 5.49 in broccoli. Got way shorted on broccoli. Go ahead, drop that in there. Oops, I hit the wrong button, sending that all the way to the back. Did not mean to do that. So back to the front we go. We've got our garlic. Very cute looking garlic. I like that. 3.28 of garlic. That's right. Not a problem there. Put that up there. Okay, let's run that in. Even more stuff. So garlic right next. Oh no! What happened to the broccoli? Oh shoot! Oh, doggone it! The broccoli needed to be frozen. Oh, doggone it! Ah! Of course the broccoli needed to be frozen. I mean, why wouldn't it? Dry place. I just take it for granted that some certain things need to be just kept fresh or frozen. I've never heard of taking fresh broccoli and freezing it. Apparently you do, but I have not heard of such a thing. So anything else? I mean, I think everything else is good because nothing else went bad. That's just so different from what I would think. I've never heard of taking broccoli and freezing it. And again, maybe that's perfectly normal in other places, but it is not something I know. So, yeah, just stuff you got to get used to. I guess you can't take anything for granted when you're doing this game, when you're playing this game. You know, doing this game. What do we got there? Mangoes, store in a dry place. And how much we got there? 3.9. So we were shorted one mango, it looks like. Just drop all that up there. Okay. We'll put that right next to our oranges and our garlic. So we'll have mangoes that smell like garlic. And then cucumbers are over there. Okay. And then finally, potatoes, which were the things that people kept on clamoring for. And how much we got? 13.33. Because we have 3 containers there. And hopefully this shipment is going to go a long way towards getting us up to level 10. It won't get us the whole way, but hopefully it gets us a lot of the way. Are those potatoes? Is that what I'm looking at there? I believe it is. Yeah, that's potatoes. Okay, that's what I thought it was. So just put all those up there, just like that. Okay, good. We've taken care of all of our notes. Everything has a note. So we'll go ahead and get this truck completely checked in. I think I got everything right on there. I did. Good. So that's perfect. No losses. And then we got to take care of our tax document because we got to do that every time we have a shipment that comes in. That's all set. And then how close are we going to be now to level 10? We should get there tomorrow. I do believe so. I'm really, really hoping. So let's go. Day 16. This needs to be the day that we get the loader. It really needs to be. So let's see. Nothing went funky. I didn't leave anything out that shouldn't have been out. It's still frozen broccoli. Okay. Okay. Take fresh broccoli and freeze it if you say so. Why am I taking the cart back with me to the office? I'm so thrown off. All right. What do we got? What do they want us to send out today? Let's take a look. So we're going to management. I've got 5 options. So 209, 209, 130, 209, 209. Okay. So that's what it's going to be. We're going to do 2 rounds of bread then. That's what I'm seeing here. So let's go ahead and do that. So 209. And oh no, I'm not even going to be able to do 2 rounds of bread because I don't even have enough bread rolls to do 2 rounds of bread. So that's not going to happen. So we're going to do 1 round of bread. That's all the bread rolls we got. And then we'll have to figure out what our other option is going to be. So that's that. And I don't even know if I can take care of another shipment because I don't even think we have enough money for that. So orders complete. Everything's good. Bread Nook is happy. Yeah, we don't have enough. Well, that's not that. But if I take a look, shipments, yeah, 1946, we don't have that. 404. I mean, we can get more bread. I guess we'll get more bread because it's been forever since we got bread. So let's go ahead and do that. See what our bread order is. What do we got on here? It is baguettes. Oh, and it's more bread rolls. So that's good because that's one of the things we needed. But we now have baguettes. Look at us getting all fancy with what we've got here in terms of bread options. With all of our baguettes. Getting all snooty. Drinking with our kefir that we drink out of a glass with our thumb in the air, with our pinky in the air. With our thumb in the air? What? I don't know. Let's see. We got 15 baguettes. And we've got 30 baguettes. So 30 noted. We've got 10 bread rolls. We've got 10 more bread rolls. So 20 noted. And then we've got how much bread? Will that go in there? Will it go on top? 24. So an actual perfect shipment. Everything that we said we were supposed to get, we actually got. That is good. Drop all this in here into its respective groupings. So bread, I'm going to set that there. So we got the low one on the bottom. We've got our rolls there. And then we got our baguettes right over there. Andy's never getting paid. I feel bad for Andy. He's just never getting his money. It's just not going to happen. There's that. I really hope he does not send anybody out after us. But I don't think he's ever going to get his cash. That's all good. And now, how close are we going to be to level 10? Let's take a look. How are we? Oh, we're almost there. So one more order is going to do it. So 130 and 209 and 209 and 209. So any one of these is going to do it. So we're going to turn right around, grab 10 of these bread rolls. I should have just left those out on the dock because I knew that that's what all those orders were. So I could have just left them sitting right here. And that would have saved me a little bit of time. But that's all done. And now we can send that away. And finally, we'll get up to level 10, and we can finally get a loader and not have to load anything ourselves anymore. Life will be good. Life will be a dream. So management completed. Everything's good. And now, level 10, finally, that's going to open up a whole lot of options for us at this point. So let's go ahead. Close this out. I need to go and sign my tax documents. So let's take care of my tax invoice. That's done. And now I'm assuming that we will not want to get them today because I'm assuming that they're going to show up tomorrow. I'm assuming we have to pay them $100 a day. I don't really know. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to go here, day 17. We're going to see what happens here because we are now level 10. We can now go in here and we can now finally get the loader. So let's see what happens if we go to the business. And if we go here, loader, $125. Does it say what they do? Works in the warehouse and loads products for delivery. Only works if the products are not blocked. Okay, well, we're going to do it. So hired. Driver helper. Works during deliveries and checks suppliers during loading. Huh. Interesting. Now, the thing I want to see is if these guys are $125 a day or if it's a one-time cost. So we're not going to do anything with that. And then the accountant works in the warehouse, handles paperwork, pays worker salaries, and pays the rent. Is there rent? Oh, there'd be rent on the other places. So pays worker salaries. So I'm assuming that means that we have to pay the salaries every day. I'm not going to worry about that. I think I'm going to leave that alone because if all they do is handle the paperwork, I can handle that part. But the loader, I'm happy with. So again, I feel like every day we're going to have to pay for the loader. We're going to find out. So is the loader out here? Hello, loader. Are you here? Do you show up tomorrow? Or are you invisible? I don't know. We're going to find out now. So let's do this. We're going to go management. So 513.66, 598.23, 202.74, 126, 130, and 404. So this one for 598.23. So we're going to deliver, and I'm going to use the loader, who may or may not be here. So we're going to hit loader. You need to hire the. Oh, did I not hire them? I thought I did. I may not have. So we're going to go back here. Maybe I just clicked on it. Loader. Hire. I thought I did. Loader is hired. Did they show up tomorrow? Maybe they do. Okay. So let's see. Maybe they show up the next day. I don't know. Oh, that's a shame because I really wanted to see them work. And now that means I got to send off the shipment myself. That's not what I was looking to do. So what was this one then? So carrots 306, cucumbers 5.1. Let's go ahead, grab this. Because I really want them to do it. So I didn't have to. But lo and behold, we're going to have to do this. So the cucumbers, I feel like are always 306, but I'm going to go ahead and check this real quick. Go ahead, turn that on. That one's a little bit more, 3.12. It's not a huge deal. And then the cucumbers, 5.1. Let's see if this one is close enough. That's close enough. So we will send that off. Yeah, right now I just want to get the loader in here. I want to see what they're going to do. That's the big thing. So we're just going to go here again, management, complete. So it may be that they don't show up until the next day. I don't know. So we're just going to go to bed right now. Yeah, 2 products spoiled. That's when I biffed the broccoli. So now will the loader be here? There's the loader. Hello, loader. How you doing, sir? Apparently they show up the next day. That's what I'm gathering. So again, do I have to pay them every day? Now becomes the next question. So let's take a look. If we go into management, nope. If we go into business, if we go here, well, no, they're hired. So I wonder if that takes the money out every day. Huh. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what happens. So we're going to leave that. And then we're going to work on a couple orders here. So again, we got lots of options. 199, 195, 54, 368, 623, and 1495. for this one. So we're going to do this. We're going to deliver. And now we're going to use the loader. And that's it. So we do nothing. The loader just did it. That was all there was to it. So it's just gone. And so if we take a look out here, yeah, everything that needed to be sent is sent. And he just continues sitting there. And then that makes me wonder what happens if we have a, So I'm still wondering. I mean, he's hired. I still wonder if we have to pay him every day. That's the only thing I don't know. But for now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do another shipment. So let's see. What was the other big one that we had? 369, 623. So we're going to deliver that using the loader. Okay. So 3365 is where we are now. And that's all taken care of. So he just took those away. So now the other thing I want to see. So we were at 3365. I want to go ahead and hire the, I might hire the one who works in here. So let's go to business driver helper. Works during deliveries and checks suppliers during loading. So yeah, let's see what this person's going to do. And we were at what? How much money were we at? 3365. So the thing I want to see is how much money we're going to be at after we hire this person, and whether or not that money goes down on a daily basis. So business, we're going to go driver helper hire. So they are hired. And now if we take a look at our money, still 3365. Now if we go ahead and sign out, come back the next day, we're still only at 3365. So then the question becomes, where do we pay these people? It's not there. So if we need to pay them, how do we pay them? Is it because they're hired? Is it, do they just get paid out of our money at the end of every day? Or I'm so confused. Because my money did not go down. We're still at 3365. Is there something on the screen I'm missing? So that was business. That was good. That's just management. There's nothing I see here in terms of anything there. So, yeah, I don't know. And then the question becomes, what does this one do for us? So if we go here to our shipments, do they unload? I'm going to try this. So we got this one for 2001-38. So what does that warehouse guy do? And is that person outside? So they're not necessarily here, but what do they do? Or are they here? I'm so confused. It's not quite clear exactly what is happening here. We got peaches, we got oranges, we got mangoes. So maybe they're on the truck. I don't know. Yeah. Or maybe they just help out with the deliveries. Yeah. I wish it was explained a little bit more clearly. All right, so 5.15 in terms of peaches, so actually only 3.15. Noted. I don't have my cart. So, all right, we'll go ahead and set that down. Put that there, okay. And then we've got our oranges. We've got 7.32 in terms of oranges. That's correct. And then we've got the mangoes last. And we got 3 things of mangoes. Oh no, we got another thing of peaches. Oh no! So they've got those mixed together. So 4.1 in terms of in terms of mangoes. And then I've got another round of peaches. Will that actually go up there? It will. And then my peaches are now higher by 1.65. So those are actually right then. So that actually gets changed to 4.8. So that's actually good. And up we go to the very top. Again, we got that one warehouse guy. I don't know exactly what they do. We're going to see if maybe they show up the next day and show if they're there or what. Peaches, there's one peach there. Here's our mangoes. They're over there. More mangoes over here. We've got our oranges. I mean, I'm guessing that the whatever this warehouse person does, they wouldn't like take stuff and put it places because they wouldn't know necessarily where to put everything. So yeah, it's hard to tell. All I know is that we're back down to $939. So we're back at that stage. Let's go here. Shipments complete. Everything's good there. No losses. Going to go ahead and continue that. We're going to take care of our tax document. That's done. Okay. We're going to check and see what orders we've got. So we'll have our warehouse our warehouse guy take care of that. So yeah, the driver helper. That's the thing I was wondering about. Okay, so let's see. 195. Nope, we don't have that. 419, 195, 574, 555. So let's go ahead and do that. Deliver loader. And then we've got 555, deliver loader. Those are done. And again, so I'm at 1969. And if we go to, we're going to go back here to business. They're both employed. So again, I want to see if at the end of the day we drop below 1969 and if both of those people are going to be sitting outside. Still at 1969, still only the one person here. So I really am a little bit confused as what that driver helper is supposed to do. And again, if I take a look here in terms of what they say they do, which is not here, it's here. Driver helper works during deliveries and checks suppliers during loading. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, unless that has something to do with like one of the other businesses here. And maybe it does. Perhaps it does. I'm not really quite sure. But in our next episode, we will have to get into doing some stuff with these other businesses because it looks like we do have the ability to start working with these other businesses. And maybe that's where the driver helper starts to come into play. Maybe that's what it's about because we do have the ability to hire all these employees. It just doesn't seem like right now we're necessarily paying them. And I don't know if there's something that I'm missing there. It's very likely that it is, but we just got to figure out exactly what may be happening there. But we've made progress. And if nothing else, we have this guy who's sitting outside, who's automatically loading up all the trucks. And that's a start. I mean, in the world, the things that we've got going on, I'll take that one as a win. And I'll go for it from there. So, sounds good to me. That is going to be all for this one, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a like. If you really like this video, I'd love it if you consider giving the channel a subscribe. But until we meet again, thanks as always for being a part of all of my silliness. I'm Rusty Champagne, and we will see you later.